Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Liam Douglas here, and today I'm at Mayo Lake Park again. I was going to shoot this video in Uptown Roxborough because they have a nice brick pavilion there, and I could have sworn it had picnic tables and chairs and stuff like that, but when I got there it was empty. I'll throw in a clip of it here so you can see. And it might be that they take that stuff down and stow it in the winter time and then put it back out later on as the weather gets warmer and stays warmer. But today I'm going to be going over the gear that I'm going to be taking with me on my trip to New York State. Tina and I are going to be gone for about a month, and I'm going to, of course, take my content creation gear with me, stills photography stuff, videography stuff, and podcasting stuff. But before we get into all the gear, let's go ahead and roll the intro. Okay, so now we're going to get into some of the equipment that I'll be taking with me on this month-long trip to New York State. And I'm not going to New York City, I'm going to what's called the Southern Tier region, which borders between New York and Pennsylvania and farm country. I'm originally from Troy, Pennsylvania, and Bradford County, and my wife Tina is originally from Canton, New York, which is just a few miles up the road from Troy and across the state line. So let's get into this. So as I mentioned recently on my podcast and here on this YouTube channel, I have a bunch of new gear that I'm going to be using during this trip. I'm currently filming this video on my Osmo Action 4, which I've had for a while now. But in addition to the Osmo Action 4, I've got some other goodies here that I'm going to be taking with me, some brand new gear that I've been really enjoying so far, and I think I'm going to be very happy with for a considerable amount of time, to be perfectly honest with you. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of this gear that I'm taking with me on this trip to New York, and that way I can give you an idea of exactly what I'm going to be packing out with me. So the first item I have is my Insta360 Go 3. Now this is a fantastic little micro-sized action camera that's completely submersible as long as you take it out of the action pod. Now I've got a rubber protective cover on it, that's why it looks black. I've actually got the white model. I didn't even know they had a black model when I bought mine, or maybe it came out after I bought mine, I'm not sure. But anyways, let's go ahead and pop the camera out. And you can see here, this is an extremely tiny camera, and it does have a magnetic back, so you can stick it to anything that's metal and not even have to use a mount, which is pretty cool. Now the action pod that comes with it is not waterproof. It's IPX4 splash resistant, but only if the camera is actually inside this pocket. So you can't take this in the water with you because it has an exposed USB-C charging port here. But the cool thing about this is this actually functions as a remote monitor as well, and I'll do a full review of this camera later on. But you can actually flip up the back monitor here when you're using it, and it'd be great for vlogging. So you can be able to see yourself completely while you're vlogging to frame your shot and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to be taking the Go 3 with me. Excuse me there, misspoke. And so I've got that in its own little zipper case. And in addition to the camera in the zipper case, I also have its ball joint connector, which can go on the little sticky base that you can stick on any clean surface, or you can detach the base, which I have it off right now, and you can stick it directly on a tripod or monopod or selfie stick using the 1/4-20 on the bottom, so that's really handy. I'm also going to be taking the hat clip that came with it, not that I'll necessarily need it, and I've also got the charging cable in here, as well as the little wedge adapter you can use when you have the Go 3 on your chest, because it does come with a magnetic lanyard as well for POV shooting. And that's it right here. You just put this around your neck and tuck it underneath your shirt, and then you put the Go 3 on the outside, and you've got a great little POV camera. So extremely handy. I know there's going to be a bunch of uses for this while we're up north for shooting different content for my channel, which is going to be really cool. So we got that. Next I have the Insta360 Flow, which is an AI powered gimbal for your smartphone. I just picked this up. I thought it'd be really cool to have for the times when I just want to use my iPhone to shoot B-roll or something like that for the channel. I thought it would be handy to have that. And I'll do a review on that later on as well. There'll be a bunch of new videos coming up during the month of April while we're up there, where I'll go over some of this gear in more detail. Now, over here in this somewhat larger zipper briefcase, and I'm not going to talk about that one just yet, but I will here in a moment. This one is the case for my brand new Ace Pro. So I've got the Ace Pro 8K action camera from Insta360. This thing is absolutely fantastic, and it also features a full color flip up screen for vlogging and framing your shots, which is fantastic. This one is fully waterproof, just like the Go 3 mini camera module is on the Go 3. This entire thing is submersible and you won't hurt it at all. And it has an 8K sensor, which is just insane. I'd never shoot my video in 8K, but it's great to have the capability should you want it at some point down the road. I really love this camera. It's way better than the GoPros, and I'm not trying to be mean to GoPro. They just haven't been innovating for a long time, really all that much with their cameras. And the pure video mode on the Ace Pro allows you to get insanely great low light video at nighttime. It's just unbelievable. And I got the triple charger in here for it, and I've got 3 spare batteries, each in their own little hard case, which is nice to keep them safe and protected. And I've got one of these mounts here that is the magnetic mount. This isn't the official mount. I set that one aside. This is actually one I bought on Amazon that's metal, so it's all aluminum, and it has the clips, and it connects to the Ace Pro via its magnetic connection, and then it also has foldable fold down fingers, just like the GoPros do, which is pretty cool for using GoPro style mounts. Or if you flip them up, it's got a 1/4 right here, and I have the same kind of mount on the Action 4 that I'm shooting this video on right now. Now, in addition to that, in this bag, I also have a small selfie stick that I can use. That's from Braveheart, and of course, I've got the handlebar mount and the wrist mount for another accessory for the Ace Pro that I'll be talking about in the future video. And I've got it here in my pocket, I forgot to take it out, and that's the GPS remote unit. This thing is absolutely fantastic. You can completely control your Ace Pro as well as feed GPS information to it using this little device, and you can put it on your wrist like my Apple Watch and just wear it like a wristwatch, and you can see a preview of your live video on the screen. You can control the camera and all of that good stuff. So that's really cool as well. I'm going to be looking forward to an opportunity to test that out while I'm up north. And then in the back pocket here, I have one more battery, and then I just have some charging cables and stuff like that. Now, I do have, because I will be taking it with me just in case I need it, I do have this 3D printed filter adapter for the Ace Pro, and this allows me to put the Vivitar macro filters on the front of the Ace Pro, so that if you want to shoot with the Ace Pro vlog style, you can get a better focus on your face and blur the background a little bit more, as if it was a more cinematography camera like a Red or something like that, or even a Sony or a Canon R5 or something along that line. So that will be going with me as well. So we've got that, and we'll set that over here. Now, I've got a small tripod that the Osmo Action 4 is currently sitting on, that's from Best 360, that I'll be taking with me as well. It's weighted. It's got its own weight right into the main shaft, so it'll hold up in wind and stuff like that. I won't have to worry about tipping over on me. Now, over here, I've also got my Peak Design travel tripod. That'll definitely be going with me. And the nice thing is I'll be taking this tripod and the one that the Osmo Action 4 is on, and I'll be able to stow them both in the sort of the same place. You'll see what I mean in just a minute here. Okay, so over here, let's go ahead and go to this one. I have my brand new DJI Osmo Pocket 3 gimbal camera. This thing is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I shot some of the intro footage for this video with it, especially the spin shot that you saw that I did in Uptown Roxborough, as well as the panning shot of the pavilion in Uptown Roxborough. Now, I didn't buy the creator combo because it was almost $700 for the creator combo, and I lucked out because I actually went on Amazon and caught some sellers that were running sales, and I was able to get all the rest of the items for the creator combo and save money at the same time, which, hey, that's always fantastic. So I've got the expansion battery pack and the mini tripod, both official DJI items. And then over here, I've also got the DJI mini extension that gives you 1/4 on the bottom. It doesn't have a battery. It's just strictly to give the camera a little more length for holding in your hand, especially if you have large hands like I do. And then I already owned the DJI Mic 2 wireless mic system with dual transmitters. So this normally you'd get one of these transmitters with the creator combo, but I already had it. So again, I saved money there. So I got this entire kit for quite a few dollars cheaper than the standard creator combo. And then in the upper pocket here, I have some filters. I got my diffusion mist filters in this box. And then I've also got the Freewell 14 filter mega pack for the Pocket 3 that has just a ton of filters inside. It's got various ND filters, it's got CPL filters, all kinds of cool stuff in it. And then I do also, in the hard case, which I left in the car, I'll have that with me as well. The hard case for the Pocket 3, believe it or not, will actually fit inside this soft case, so I can have the camera in double cases to keep it protected. And that hard shell case has one of my mist filters already in it because it has a little magnetic section to hold them on the inside of it. And then the upper one has my wide angle lens, so I do have that as well. So all those are items that come with the creator combo. I believe the wide angle lens does come with the creator combo, but I don't think the mist filter does. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. All right, then over here we have my new Peak Design Everyday Sling 6-liter camera bag. This will be going up with me as well. And in the front pocket here, let me go ahead and get this open. I've just got some little odds and ends. I got a sealed microfiber cloth, and I've got some other goodies in here. USB-C card reader from ProGrade Digital, and I've got a tracking tag in here, a wallet tag, to keep track of my bag. So I'll put those back in here. I keep all of my expensive gear tagged with either air tags or other tags, just so I can keep track of it all at all times. If it gets more than a few feet away from me, I get an alert on my phone, which is handy. Now in the main chamber here, I have, and you know this is going with me, my Fujifilm X100V for street photography, and I've got it all set up with an air tag. I got the leather half case on it. I got the folding thumb grip from LensMate on there. Red soft shutter button has the Fujifilm X on it, and my Peak Design camera carry wrist strap. And then in here I also have a multi-bit miniature screwdriver set in case I need that. Then I have a larger microfiber towel that is tucked down in here. And then I also have, in addition to that stuff and the screwdriver kit, I also have this SmallRig folding. It's kind of like a pocket tool that has the most common hex keys you would need for photography and videography gear, stuff like that. I highly recommend these. I think they're only like 20 bucks or something like that. I'll put a link to them in the video description down below should you be interested in picking one of these up. They are extremely handy. I've got 3 or 4 of them now. I kind of pretty much keep one at all times in each of my camera bags. And then over here I have my moment filters. I generally always have the Cinebloom filter on the X100V, and then I also have the CPL here, the circular polarizer, as well as my Peak Design Fuji branded slide strap. The standard classic edition, whatever you want to call it, the more heavy duty model. And I got the heavier duty model. I do have the light duty one as well at home, but I like having the heavy duty model, especially to use with my GFX 50R, because that's a bit bigger and heavier. Now this screwdriver kit, as you can see, comes with tons of bits inside, and this thing's like $8 or $9. I bought several of them, again, so I could keep them with each camera bag in case I need them for, you know, fixing sunglasses or regular glasses or anything like that. They just have a wide variety of uses. And then on the inside of the everyday sling, there's another zipper pouch that I've got here, that I've also got the other strap for the sling that comes with it. I haven't done anything with that yet, and I don't have anything else on that inside pocket at this time. So let's go ahead and we'll close this bag back up and we'll set it aside. And the last bag I'm taking with me when we go up north is this. This is the one that I mentioned recently, especially on my podcast. This is the BREVITÉ Jumper photo backpack from BREVITÉ. This is the regular size one. They sent it to me for free as a gift, and asked me if I liked it, if I do a review of it on my YouTube channel, which will be coming in the month of April. So you'll be definitely want to subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll know when I post that video. I absolutely love this backpack. It is super handy, and it doesn't look like a photography bag. That's one of the best things about it. If you're going to be in an area where, you know, you could potentially get robbed for your camera gear, it's always good to have a bag that doesn't look like a camera bag. Now, inside this, I'm not going to go over all the details of the BREVITÉ Jumper right now. I'll do that in the actual review video that I do on this bag during the month of April, but I want to open it up here. And then inside of this, I have my Viltrox 75mm f1.2 Pro lens that I'll be doing some portrait work with of the kids and grandkids. I've also got my Viltrox 33mm f1.4, which is 50mm full frame equivalent field of view. So I'll have a 50mm with me, and I've got the caps in here, and I think that's it. And then in the main part of the camera compartment, let me go ahead and open the side door just because it'll make it easier to get it out. And in the main compartment, I have my brand new Fujifilm X-T5 with the 16-55 f2.8 lens on it that I recently acquired. So I've got this bad boy to take with me, 40 megapixels, the new AI chip for better autofocus and all of that, and one of the best red badge lenses that Fuji makes. And I've got it all decked out with a wooden hand grip that has Arca Swiss plate on the bottom, and you can even mount it vertical if you needed to. I don't generally do that, but I could probably still do it even with this AirTag holder on here. I just put that style on because I didn't want to have 2 or 3 Arca plates on the bottom of the camera and make it all wonky. So I'll be taking that with me as well. And of course, I'll be taking my new ZoomTrack P4 complete podcasting station with the Zoom microphone and all of that good stuff, so that I can still do my podcast show from New York every week, because I'm not going to let that fall by the wayside. You know, I'm not going to go a whole month without shooting video or without recording my podcast. So definitely don't have to worry about that. I will be on a trip, but I will still be creating and releasing new content every week. So no worries there. You'll definitely have some new stuff to look forward to, a bunch of review stuff, and just my thoughts on some of this new gear. Now, I don't want you to think that because I got the Peak Design Everyday Sling, I'm going to stop using my Peak Design Mirrorless Mover 1 or 2 bags. That's not the case. I am taking the Mirrorless Mover version 2 with me as well. For those times when I want to take the X-T5 and a couple of lenses and still have a fairly compact bag, that's perfect for that. This is going to be primarily my street photography bag that the X100V lives in, along with its accessories and stuff like that, because it's absolutely perfect for that. And that way I've got my mirrorless mover bag for the X-T5, my X-T1, my XS10, and the GFX50R can go in the mirrorless mover bags, and then the X100V will stay in the everyday sling. And then I also have the BREVITÉ Jumper photo backpack as my everyday carry backpack. So that is all of the gear that I'm going to be taking up north for this trip. Quite a bit of gear. Like I said, all of it's pretty much brand new. None of it was given to me except for the backpack. Everything else I bought myself with my own money. So there's no sponsorships in this video or anything like that, full transparency. But this is the gear that I'm taking, and in my opinion, it's some of the best gear you can possibly have as a content creator and photographer. All right, that's going to wrap this one up. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. And I will see you from New York in the next video.